Hello, and welcome to this brief tutorial on MonoTick. We're going to be going over the core concepts and how to do the general implementation at a blueprint level. If you have any more questions, the documentation is available and you can always reach me either via email or at Discord. Okay, let's get started. So first of all, we want to head down to our library. So in your project, make sure that the plugin is enabled. So we're just going to go over here and search for CMTick. Once I find it, give me a second. Okay, I definitely missed that. So make sure that that is enabled. Restart the editor when you enable it, and then let's go forward. You're going to go down to your CMTick module content. If you do not know how to find this, click on the view options, show engine content, and head down to the service sections. Open the level, and you're going to see this little scene. So let's get started. Okay, so if you're wondering how to first implement the system into your game, if you're working on a blueprint level or blueprint only project, there is only one way to implement this. The only way to do this is to make sure that your game state is either of type CMTick game state or inherits from it. So in this instance, I'm going to have a sample class, which in reality is empty, but this is just to state how most projects would tackle this. So you would have all of your functionality in this class. The only thing you need to do is to reparent. So by the way you get there is click on class settings and make sure that you go on CMTick game state. Now you save that and compile, and then just make sure that from a game mode perspective that game state class is included, otherwise the system will not actually execute any ticks. The reason why I made it this way for blueprint only projects is to prevent from accidental tick executions. So if you want to change which actor actually does the ticking, I left that open at a C++ level. Okay, so in this test, I have a spawner object, and if we open that, all it does is that it spawns a number of elements starting from index 0. So here at the moment we're spawning 2001. If you want to leave it up for rounded numbers, let's go for that. And we're going to be saving. And in our test actor, we have general comments and distribution on how the system works and how to do your implementation. Before we get into that, I am going to be going over the simplest implementation at a blueprint level. So here I have this actor class. At the moment it's empty, and I'm going to go over to class settings, make sure that I am implementing the tick, then adding it on begin play, and then I still have to reference. At the moment, the join group information is not particularly important. You can check details on that in the documentation. And then I need to go to iTick run, and this is the function that becomes tick. So whatever information you were running in your previous tick, this becomes that. So for general testing, I'm just going to be adding a print string, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so going back onto the previous one, here's more information about what elements you have available to you on Blueprint, and that is that. So for our test, we are going to be taking this little section that I was doing while I was setting things up, and first check performance with regular tick. So I'm going to disable the initial add to prevent double ticking. Going to be saving this. This seems okay. And then we're going to be looking at the game frames. Okay, so as you see, we do have all of our actors spawned up, and let's say that the tick is anywhere between 11 to 1150 for now. Okay, so that's that run down, and then we'll go ahead down to disable tick. We'll re-register that and then go for that. Okay, so we'll go back to test level, and then we'll see that the actors are still there, and our tick down on pi has gone down for 2 to 3 milliseconds. And then when we do like the test print with E, we see that we have 2001 elements ticking, including the character class that's in the default example. All right, so now to test it, our new actor that we just made, we're going to be putting it here. And just to verify, go I am ticking. And then we'll go over here and we'll save this. And you see that it registers and it is now ticking. Okay, so that'll be all for now. If you have any questions, you can reach me via email or Discord. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Have a good one.